To follow a carnivore diet in its truest sense, you only eat animal meats and fats. Those who practice it report weight loss, blood sugar stability, more energy, better mental focus, and the list goes on. A criticism of the diet is that it lacks research, leading to the question, how does staying on this diet affect long-term health? I agree that there are benefits, and I agree that we won't know the full health story until more substantial studies have been done. So I thought, what would happen if I added a few days of carnivore a month to my typical low-carb diet? In other words, practice carnivore intermittently. And what I am calling intermittent carnivore was born. This video shares what I eat and how often I do it. Just to be upfront, I commit some carnivore diet cardinal sins. Forgive me or roast me in the comments, whichever feels right for you. Here we go. The newness of the carnivore diet is in large part why we do not see much research on it. There was a study published in 2021 that used questionnaires to gather information from carnivore dieters. These types of studies rely on self-reporting, so they lack the rigor of a formal study, but it is a start. My definition of an intermittent carnivore diet is a diet regimen that introduces brief periods of eating only animal-based foods. If weight loss is your goal, it may help to think of it as a weight loss booster that you follow for a few days before returning to your regular low-carb or keto diet. Note that it does not mean combining intermittent fasting with a carnivore diet, although that would be fine to do. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff by sharing the foods and drinks I consume for a typical intermittent carnivore period. And I start with a couple of carnivore sins. Minor infraction is the fact that I drink coffee. Hardcore carnivore dieters point out that coffee beans are plant foods. True, but I drink coffee. A major infraction is that right after my morning workout, I have a protein shake, the base of which is almond milk. If I wanted to be more of a purist, I could use full fat or whole milk. Almond milk is what I've gotten used to, and I enjoy it. An 8-ounce serving has 30 calories and 1 carb. It is low in protein, but I am adding protein, and the shake gives me a base to add electrolytes to. This brings me to our sponsor minute. I'm calling it that because my sponsorships will now be kept to 1 minute in length. To make my post-workout shake, I pour almond milk into my BlendJet mixer, dump in a scoop of protein, and add 3/8 of a teaspoon of chocolate LMNT. Why 3/8 of a teaspoon? Because that is what tastes good to me, and LMNT is an electrolyte supplement that replenishes sodium, potassium, and magnesium that I lose through sweat and through sustained low insulin levels. If you follow a low-carb or no-carb diet, your blood insulin levels will be low. That has benefits, including easier fat loss, but it also causes your kidneys to flush out water and electrolytes. LMNT is a very enjoyable way to replenish lost electrolytes. It comes in these convenient sticks and in different flavors. I take advantage of the variety throughout the day, adding chocolate LMNT to my post-workout smoothie and the fruit flavors to a glass of seltzer after or between meals. If you'd like to try LMNT, you can use my link, lmnt.com/Dr. Becky, to get a free sample pack with any purchase to try 8 of their flavors. Now, let's get back to what I eat. On my typical low-carb diet, I have a large salad for lunch. For my intermittent carnivore days, I eat 3 eggs and at least an ounce of cheese at lunchtime. I do not count calories on my carnivore days. One of the nice things you find about the diet is that your food intake is self-limiting. There are not a lot of choices, and the choices that are allowed are high in protein and fat, two very hunger-satisfying nutrients. I eat the eggs fried in butter with cheese on top or hard-boiled with a few pieces of cheese on the side. If I get hungry before dinner, I typically eat a beef stick. The dinner that works best for me is super simple and includes a couple more cardinal sins. On day 1, I make this grass-fed beef and these crab cakes, both from Costco, and I eat them on days 1, 2, and 3. My cardinal sins: the crab cakes have some filler in them, giving them 6 carbs each, and I add homemade tartar sauce using an avocado-based mayo and dill relish, which are both plant-based ingredients. I only eat 1 crab cake per day. I look forward to it, It helps me enjoy my intermittent carnivore days. And that is typically it. I eat to satiety at mealtimes so that I'm not hungry between meals. I eat an early dinner, often finishing by 4 p.m. So depending on how I feel, I may have an ounce or so of hard cheese in the hours after dinner, but I aim to stop eating 3 hours before bed. Drinks throughout the day include water, LMNT mixed into seltzer, coffee, tea. Bone broth would be fine to use as well. I just haven't done so yet. I have been introducing 3-day periods of carnivore dieting about every 3 weeks. The frequency you choose can be based on your health and weight loss goals and your lifestyle. My typical diet is low carb, consuming about 60 carbs per day. Those carbs come mainly from a large salad at lunch and 2 cups of cooked non-starchy vegetables with dinner. If you watch my channel, those are 2 of the daily practices that make up my 0-1-2-3 strategy. The other 2 are 0 added sugar and 3 hours before bed, stop eating. If you don't have a diet in place right now, following those 4 practices is a good way to prime your body for intermittent carnivore days. If you want a free copy of the strategy, I will provide a link in the description or more area below this video. Okay, let's tie up a few loose ends and address a few questions that you might have. First, how do I feel on my intermittent carnivore days? I feel good. It's likely because my body has been primed due to the fact that I follow a low-carb diet. You will not feel as good if you move directly from a high-carb diet to carnivore. That is too drastic of a change. Establish a low-carb or keto diet first, then give this a try. Do I lose weight? Yes, but keep in mind that taking in no more than a handful of carbs will cause your body to lose a lot of water weight. So is the weight loss mostly fat or mostly water? It's likely a good amount of water loss. Is it boring? Yeah. But 3 days at a time is easy. And one more consideration, as with any diet change, especially if you are taking medicine for blood sugar regulation or any known condition, tell your doctor you intend to do this before doing it. So what do you think? Adding a few days of intermittent carnivore to my monthly low-carb diet has been an easy to follow, enjoyable, and effective way to control my weight and feel great mentally and physically. This video outlined how I do it. There's nothing magical about my schedule or even the specific foods I chose. So share your thoughts in the comments below and how you may approach an intermittent carnivore diet. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please share it with your community, give it a like, and subscribe to my channel. I'll leave the links to LMNT and my 0-1-2-3 strategy in the description area below. Have a great rest of your day.